Morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am Dr. Karen Lewis. I know you know who I am, but I love my intro. I am Dr. Karen Lewis, licensed real estate broker with K1 Realty Group. What I want to talk about today. Consistency, that good old word consistency. You know I'm talking to my real estate agents, but here's the key. Consistency is your money in the bank. Let me say that again. That's powerful. Consistency is your money in the bank. You know, a lot of times people ask me, well, Dr. Karen, real estate agents ask me, say, Dr. Karen, what should I be doing? What platform should I be prospecting on? What database should I use? What CRM should I use? The one that works if you're consistent with it. That's your answer. And there's so many times that it's hard to do because, you know, we get comfortable with doing the things that are comfortable to us. But as I always say, if you're going to bring your A game, you got to be able to do something consistency. I don't care if it's that one thing. I don't care if it's that two things. I don't care if it's that three things. You have to figure out what it is, you know. For some who's been following me, you all know since August 26th that I said that I am going to do a video every day for 365 days a year on my Instagram. And I've been faithful with it up until this time, and I am going to continue to do it. And that's part of me being consistent. But what I want to tell you and share with you out of it, what's been happening is that I've been getting so much feedback. I've been getting so much positive feedback about, Dr. Karen, thank you for sharing this message with me. Thank you. Now I'm able to go live on my video. I've got calls from California. I've got calls where people want me to do things. I've gotten calls from churches wanting me to do a video for their churches. And so, but it's because I started, because remember, you have to start somewhere, and I started being consistent with it. I'm pretty good about that, but I know sometimes as a real estate agent or even as a business owner, we fail because it's hard to do that same thing over and over and over again. But, you know, I'm going to give you an answer. I'm going to give you a golden nugget, and I call it my masterpiece. It's not consistent if you start working on these things. It's the MSA formula. It's that mindset, your skill set, and your action. We're good of doing the mindset. We're doing good of doing the skill set, and we're good of doing the action, but we don't never have those three components together. And if we can get and start working on our mindset, if we can start building our mindset day in and day out, if we can start perfecting our skill set, and if we can just bust a move and make some things happen, and then we can learn how to be consistent. So I want you to, you know, think about it. Think about what you're doing, and if you're not focusing on something, being consistent at, just take that one thing from me today. Take that one thing that you say that you're going to be consistent for 21 days. I don't care if it's the gym. I don't care if it's making that one phone call. I don't care what it is. Just make consistent in your vocabulary starting today if you're not doing it. Just that one thing for 21 days. And if you're taking me up on the challenge, this is what I want you to do. I want you to hashtag Be Free 2022. See, I'm already in 2022. Hashtag Be Free 2022. If you're not making the type of money that you want, it's probably because you're not being consistent in the areas you know you need to be consistent in. You know, as my brother always tells me, I always have to give him props too. He's a trainer, a nutritionist, but he says you got to go to the gym. You got to go to the gym even when you don't feel like it. So I want you to be consistent. Pick that word up. And if you take me up on that challenge, then hashtag Be Free 2022. I am Dr. Karen Lewis, licensed real estate broker with K1 Realty Group.